B minor 7 flat 5, which is a half diminished chord. Here's the root. I've got this flat 5 here. Forms this tritone. Yes? Now here is my major 7th. From the root, you can see that's where that is there. And there's the minor triad, the minor 7 chord here, look. That's B minor 7. Put that flat 5 in. Then I get a B minor 7 flat 5, which is that half diminished. If I can spot where the flat 7 is, then it means that I know where to diminish it. So I can take that there and I end up with this shape here. Now, if you look at your fingers, well, how does it look in your fingers? That looks like, there's a D minor chord. If we move it over and then put the pinky on the B string there. So that's 2 on the A string, 3 on the D string, 1 on the G string, and then we've got the pinky on the 3rd fret of the B string there. We get this shape. Now the thing is, I've said this before, I said this in a short on my channel. Sometimes I think of diminished 7th chords as being quantum, because quantum is like the same thing existing in 2 different places simultaneously. We can think of that B, and we definitely would think of that B as being our root note if it was a minor 7 flat 5. But with this, because of the way that these notes all stack up, all of these notes are the root note. All of these notes are the flat 3rd. All of these notes are the flat 5, and all of these notes are the flat 7. Now, how this works is, look, I've got a B here, I've got an F here, I've got a G sharp here, and I've got a D here. If I take this whole chord up a minor 3rd and move that shape up there, I end up with the same 4 notes. These aren't different notes. Yeah, it becomes an inversion. So we end up with the D, we've got the G sharp, we've got the B, and we also have this F here as well. So those notes, the same notes, move up a minor 3rd. You can see what I get is I get an F, I've got a D, I've got a B, and I've got my G sharp just here as well. So the same notes, so the root, the flat 3rd, the flat 5, and the diminished 7th can be any of those intervals. Yes, all of them are available as the root. Now look, I move it up a minor 3rd again, which is here. I've not changed the shape. The grip is exactly the same. Now here I've got a G sharp, here I've got a D, here I've got an F, and here I've got the B. Same notes again, and then if I move it up a minor 3rd, I'm back on the same notes that I had down here, but an octave higher. So you got, you can think of that as B diminished, D diminished, F diminished, G sharp diminished. They are all the same chord because of those flat 3s that live between them. Yeah, it's an interesting thing, but I just thought I'd dive into this just so that you can see how this works. Now, I just want to dig into this because this is really pertinent to this. Because this moves up in minor 3rds, and it is essentially the same chord. So that and that there are the same chord. If I move this up here, now I have different notes, but the same thing is going to apply. Each of these notes that I'm holding down can be the root, the flat 3rd, the flat 5, or the diminished 7th. So we've got this, that there. Now if I move it up here, a minor 3rd, it's exactly the same notes, but in a different order. It's inverted itself. There we go. We've got 4 places I can put that chord, and then if I want to, what I can do is put it up there, and then that means I've got back to that original version that I had here. So that is the second family. If we think of this as being the first family of the diminished chord, there. If I move here, these notes are different. That's the second family. Now if I move to this here, this becomes the 3rd family. There we go. So you can see I end up with 3 diminished families. First family, second family, 3rd family. Now when I move up here, because that is the inversion, I'm back in the 1st family again. Okay? Second family, 3rd family, Back in the first family, second family, third family, first family, second family, third family, first family. So there's only 3 families of these diminished. And this is the beautiful thing. Now, if you think about it, 3 lots of 4. 3 times 4 is 12. And we have 12 keys. So there's 12 ways of thinking of the keys. So the thing is, it's all about how these notes stack on top of each other. Diminished 7th chords, they have a way of behaving, and it's different from all your other chords. They work in a completely isolated way.